getting dicey.
The final episode.
There we
Got
go.
it right.
The final episode. All right, let's turn some sound on. We've got that storm pouring down around you. Strad has just finished his turn. And have I got his? Oh yeah. Strad finishing his turn says, "I know you have my arena. It is time for me to take my bride." And we'll move over to Morley. Morley, you you're in quite a state of confusion at this point. There's all you can feel of with the skeletal hands that grabbed you, and you sort of haphazardly made your way into the carriage thanks to the skeletal hands you could feel on your shoulders, as well as being grabbed by sort of around the front of your jacket and pulled back in with some force into this carriage. And you're finding yourself seated inside what you can only assume is to be the carriage you came here in. You cannot hear anything. You cannot see anything. But what you are feeling is that sunblade on your side. It feels panicked. It's like not only are you feeling quite panicked, but you're getting that sense of panic from the sunblade's hilt as well. Is there anything you'd like to be doing? I know it could feel right now like it could be pretty limited, but is there anything you'd like to be doing?
No, I think Morley was hugely confused and terrified, but feeling like the pull of being pulled back into what I can only assume was the wagon was at least some indication that I was in friendly hands. But I'm still panicked, and I've gone from hollering "I'm blind" to just kind of panicked murmuring of "I can't see, I can't see, I can hear, I can hear, I can't see," and that's all I'm doing.
Yeah, through all of that, through that panic, and you're sort of bringing yourself down into that muttering, you're starting to feel... Can I get like a perception roll from you?
Yeah. It's a 3.
Okay, 3 plus 1 for...
Plus 1.
Plus the 1. For this turn, you're still really shaken and you're getting your bearings. You know that you're in this carriage. There's something coming from that hilt that you can't quite pick up on right now. And you're just going to spend this turn trying to be calmed by Ismark. You don't know it's Ismark, but Ismark's in there trying to...
I can smell him though, presumably. I can...
Yeah.
That's not a joke.
No, you totally...
I kind of know what he smells like. What is that? Calvin Klein?
Probably.
Well, it wouldn't be Calvin Klein. He's probably... No, anyway.
Blue Stratos.
Blue Stratos.
Yeah. You probably smell the familiar stench of the dead bodies that were stacked in there for like a week.
Yeah, like you know that you're in your wagon or your carriage. We will come back to you. We will absolutely come back to you. American, it is your turn. You're still sort of at the front of the carriage. You've seen Morley be brought in, screaming about how he's blind and how he can't hear anymore. And the embers, like I said, are on the ground, slowly dying from the rain around you as you have seen these skeletons, 5 of them, drop down, leaving 5 remaining.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, we've got to get out of here. Irina, I won't let this brute lay his hands upon you. Mark my words. Brian, get the skeletons! I have a question for the DM.
Mm-hmm.
if I were to turn into a horse, would I be able to help pull the carriage?
Oh yeah,
That?
yeah, definitely. With the other remaining skeletons, that would be taking like the weight or the strength of one horse, or maybe even a little bit more than one horse. So you being connected to it as well would definitely replace the two horses that were there previously.
All right, I'm just going to be like, this is a little demeaning, but can someone hitch me into this wagon? And I'm going to raise my staff to the air and turn myself into a warhorse.
Oh, damn.
I imagine you're doing it while you put the thing in your mouth.
I put the bit in my mouth.
Hey.
Yay! There you go! And then I start transforming into the horse, and I'm neighing and whinnying in a frenzied manner.
That's a large
American.
That's a large beast as well. So that's probably going to do the job of two standard.
It has a speed of 60 feet as well.
Oh yeah, I mean this thing is
so
just
like
gonna...
I could go at a dash 120 feet,
yeah,
right?
so
that's good.
Those skeletons, you don't even need those skeletons. You alone would be the size of and the width of two of the horses that were pulling this thing previously.
It's a big horse.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what I say.
That's my turn.
That's a big horse. Do I have it?
Way bigger than I thought.
I do have I can drag this out onto the map, I think. Warhorse American. Check that out.
Whoa.
I'm going to say I have a flowing golden mane as well, because I'm in a summer state. I'm quite majestic, if I say so myself. You've never seen a horse this elegant. Never.
Yeah,
right.
Bocephalus, Boschmephalus. This thing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Bocephalus is just looking at the pretty dancing lights that Bill put out.
Yes.
I wonder if I can make
He's got
that...
spirals in his eyes.
I think I could probably make that controlled by you as well, Joe. So there we go. You should have control over that token now too. So you've spent your turn. Yeah, you just make your way down into the front area where the area that you would hook the horse. I don't know. I'm not a historian. I don't know what that's called. Okay, but that's all been. And they're both of them, and you're in the middle.
And the things are on the horse, and the straps and the whatnots. Love that.
And you bend forward as your arms and legs just lengthen, and your body broadens out, and your hands and feet are replaced by these hooves, and your face stretches out into this enormous horse head on this enormous horse body. Joe, or American, is now
Horrifying.
Horsican. War Horsican.
American.
I mean, that's too perfect.
Perfect. So we'll put you at the front. We'll
Horsican is also good.
Now that's your action, right? Do you get movement as well? You do?
I do.
Holy shit,
But
you're just gonna like...
But I mean, if I boost now, I'll be leaving the skeletons behind. So
No, I can grab on, I'm sure, as it goes
I'll
past,
be
right?
Well,
I'll be looking at them and seeing what Brian says to do. If he's like, boost, I'll just go.
Look, I will say that if you boosted now, the skeletons are left behind because it's not their turn. It's not.
Do
their
they get
turn.
a reaction as you Rabby, or no?
No, it would, like, if we want to get everybody onto this thing, then they need to do that on their turns.
Yeah. When's their turn? It's coming up, right?
Yeah, it is. It's coming up soon, I believe.
Oh wait, yeah, it's Byram's turn is their turn, so it's quite far away. But
If you want to
before
boost,
Strad,
It is
they
before
can chase
Strad.
after us. Just
so
boost
I think
American.
we should just go.
They fought a
They
good
can-
fight.
They can run after us.
Yeah. They'll follow.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
I do that. I gallop away at top speed
Okay.
at 120 feet in my turn. Hell
0
yes.
to 120 in 3 seconds.
Oh no! Wait! Actually,
Just the crowd
that's a
of
dash,
dust.
so I only go 60.
So you could only go
Because
60
dash
feet.
uses your action, so I can only go 60 feet this turn. I'm just gonna work up to the 120.
Well, the
Yeah.
skeletons can go 62, so they'll be able to catch
So that on their turn, they'll be able to jump on for
Nice.
sure. So when I
I
say
do that.
when I say things like I don't know what to expect when I when I was preparing, this is one of those things.
You're welcome.
Why would you not expect a horse?
Yeah.
Why would you not expect that?
To appear. From,
I'm never expecting a horse. I should know this by now. Okay, yeah, you grab onto a bit that would normally have been in the mouth of one of the previous horses, and you just dig your hooves in, and you push and turn that wagon around. So it's got a bit of that turning arc. So with 60 feet, including that turning arc, you end out about 40 feet away from your current position, which is about 60 feet away from Strad now. Everyone within the wagon just suddenly gets jolted by the power of American. Morley, you feel just that sense of relief that that obviously, like, you're getting the hell out of there. Okay. Anything else from
Reagan
American?
just like furiously crossing out all the notes he wrote.
Pretty much.
Screwing up all the paper.
Pretty much.
Oh, I guess this is rubbish now.
I mean, I don't want to say yes, but
this attack.
pretty much.
Does
Thanks,
Strad want to
Shane.
shout something at us? I'm done. My turn is done. I feel like I've done the
I
thing.
give up.
Surrender unconditionally.
I feel like we're starting to celebrate too early. Actually,
Yeah, I know. We're
Nah,
gonna.
This is the
Pop the
mood right
champagne.
before a TPK.
Okay.
It's in the bag.
It's Aragel's turn, who is currently surrounded by dangerous terrain thanks to the earth spell that American let off last session. There's also still hypnotic lights playing in the air around him, although he wasn't affected at the time. And he just sights up with his crossbow towards American as she races off. And it's a good roll. It's actually a very surprisingly good roll for the first roll. It's a nat 20.
Okay, that's a hit.
So a total of 26. It does a lot of damage.
Oh no.
Can you
good.
please give me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh no. Okay, let me just. I've got a +1 to Constitution, so that'll be a D20 +1, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Can I do that? Can I use my inspiration to get advantage?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm scared.
You should. You meant to say
Okay, so
that
my
before
first roll-
rolling and seeing your result.
Well,
but
I did
sure.
actually say it before I saw the result
Okay,
come up.
okay.
So I've rolled a 14 and a 12.
okay, cool. 14 plus, is that plus something, or is it just a flat 14?
Oh, +1 for Constitution.
Okay, you're lucky you had that +1. It was a DC of 15. So the arrow hits into one of your hindquarters, and you notice that there's like a burning to it that you can only assume there was like poison on that arrow as well. But it is a crit success, so it's 16 piercing damage. And despite saving, you get half damage on the poison. It's
Oh my
another
gosh.
it's another 27 poison damage.
What?
Oh no!
So it's-
How much damage?
So 27 plus
About
16. No. Just it was 54 poison damage.
What?
I'm halving that to 27.
Whoa!
I can see why
Okay,
everyone
so
hates these guys.
I'm not a freaking horse
poisonous
anymore. I
is
can
he?
tell you that.
How much HP did the warhorse have?
Only 19.
Yeah, not that much.
Oh, okay.
Freaking horse.
Okay. Holy shit.
So I just took 43 damage. So that takes me out of horse form. And then it gives me 24 damage. I'm back. I'm an elf now, and I'm just like,
Oh my god.
Well, at
Okay.
least we got to celebrate for half a round.
did I tell you that we celebrated too soon?
Oh
I think
my
I did.
god.
Okay, that's
That wasn't even
great.
half a round. That was one turn.
Love that for us.
Oh my god. Okay.
Half a turn.
Well,
Hey, but I wasn't
Right, unscrew those
poisoned.
notes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Can
you
you
get
turn
those
into a
notes out of the
horsey
bin.
again?
I'm
What
just
was
You
that?
double horse?
I can double horse, I think. I haven't used wild shape today, so I've got another use.
that
Shoot
was
this son of a bitch.
Yeah.
57 poison damage?
yeah. I will just move you guys closer to the edge of the map as well, because to be fair, you did make some distance there.
Yeah, we made 60, didn't we? Or
Well, it was
40.
there was a turning circle and everything, so it was about 40. Yeah.
Wide turning circle.
Aragel has just this very punchable sneer on his face as the rain like pours down his face. It's Irina's turn. Irina has been she was under the cover. You guys had disguised her or hidden her really well under a bunch of these blankets and clothing that was in the carriage. But I'm going to roll. I'm just going to see if she can fight. But no, she can't. She doesn't stay hidden under the blankets and stuff. Having heard Morley talking and mumbling about not being able to see and not being able to hear, and Morley, all you're feeling is these really delicate placements of soft hands on your cheeks, and you can just give her get off.
He thinks it's Strad and he dicks her.
Starts pulling at her teeth.
Unmistakably, the soft, Nivea softened hands of Strad.
These soft hands and these light kisses on your cheek, and you can't hear or see what's going on, but you know that it's Irina, not Ismark now, Irina.
These stubbly kisses on your cheek.
This calms you down a lot. So when it gets to your turn, any perception rolls now will be at advantage. Just should you need to use a perception roll next time. So you've calmed yourself
Wasn't I
down.
at disadvantage in the first place?
Not for a perception. I think you just roll badly.
No, the blindness and the deafness.
Oh, right. Sorry, that was for perception rolls that for specifically looking or hearing. So, this is for
This is more just
for using your other senses. Now you'll have advantage for perception
Touch.
rolls. Touch and smell, and your sixth sense.
based.
The swarm of ravens just continuously dive down and bomb Aragel with their beaks.
Fuck you! Pick his eyes out.
Yes.
He'll pay for that.
An eye for an eye.
Yes.
They have rolls. What is that? 13, which is not enough. He's managing to avoid all of these ravens swarming down at him. Bill, over to you. You're confused. You've just seen American shapeshift down and take the form of this enormous horse, grab the wagon and just start running off with it, only to be shot. And now she's standing there in elven form with an arrow in her ass.
I thought it was demeaning before, but it's even worse now.
It's like a cartoon. Oh my god!
What is Bill up to?
So this is. I hate to reuse a song, but desperate times. And then he starts singing.
Nice.
Reluctantly stood in front of Zarevich. Don't want him to make us his bitch. The lightning flashes, Triceratops rear up, churning and yearning. Baron throws up. Triceratops deftly maneuver and muscle for rank. Legs running fast on a muddy bank. Reckless and wild, they pull down the mount. Our hero's hoping. Polymorph holds out. And I'm going to cast Polymorph on American. Transforming her into a Triceratops.
Okay, well, I don't know if I have a marker for that one.
I thought you said you prepped.
A Triceratops.
Yeah, why would you not assume Triceratops?
Do we have like stats for a Triceratops? We do. We have Triceratops stats. Okay.
So
Wow.
this time American's is also a huge beast.
Yeah.
That has 95 hit points instead of whatever
Huge
a warhorse
beast.
has.
Yeah.
Hell
Yes.
yes.
Damn.
I'm
What a
huge.
We'll
I
just
thought she was big as a horse.
American, you're enormous suddenly. That your skin just thickens up and that arrow just sort of like just pops out from the pressure of that skin building up. And you start growing. 3 horns grow out of your face, big crest around you, and you're back down on all fours in a form that I don't think you've ever seen before. You're not really sure what this is, but you've heard tale.
Where am I?
You've heard tale
Yeah.
of these kind of beasts. Okay. All right, and all right, we might be back into escaping again. What's
Maybe.
Round to round.
Maybe.
I've turned to
Speed-
dirt.
Appreciate. Yeah,
Speed-
the hit points are nice.
95 hit points, speed of 50, so 100 if you're dashing. So pretty fast again. Okay. All right, this is good. Anything else from Bill?
No.
Okay.
No, that's all.
I think that's enough.
That's all.
Just that.
Just the Triceratops for now, thanks.
What is so? It's Ismark's turn now.
Yeah, top that is, Mark.
Ismark is sitting back, is letting Irina take over caring for Morley, and Ismark heads to the window on the side of the carriage and looks out at Strad pacing towards the carriage and Aragel sneering off in the distance. And he removes his crossbow from his side and just fires out towards Strad, just cursing him out for being there. It thuds into Strad's shoulder, doing 3 piercing damage. Thunk, and Strad just grabs it, snaps it, and the head of the arrow pops out, and it just instantly just heals over. And Ismark, frustratingly, goes to load another bolt into his crossbow, just not thinking. Baron, over to you.
Okay, question about my skeletons. Are they within range of the normal walking over? So they do 30 feet.
Yeah, they'd be able to make it over from their current position to the
Okay.
carriage.
In that case, they will all shoot at Aragel with their short bows first, and then they'll go onto the wagon.
Yeah, what sort of distance do they have on their short bows? They've got quite decent distance, eh? So they're all less than 60 feet away, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, 60 and then 120, I think.
Cool.
At disadvantage.
So give me
Okay.
5 rolls.
Okay, first one. Second one. What I get? A 6, a 15, a 13, and a 22.
And one more? You got 5 there.
Oh, there's 5. Oh, yeah. A 15.
All right, 3 of them hit. So 2 of these arrows just thud down into his dead horse next to him, but the,
Oh no!
but the 3 of them like strike true.
Is the theme of our show now killing horses? It feels a little bit like it's become maiming horses.
All right, so they get 1d6 plus 5. So first one is an 8 total, and then a 7 total, and a 8 total.
So that's 23. Aragel is looking pretty like bloodied by a couple of these arrows. Some of them hit like in his arm and his shoulder, but one of them just thuds directly into his chest, and it kind of stops him for a little bit, and blood starts pouring out of the wound in his chest. He's not looking too good.
But he's
So
still
that's
alive.
he's still alive.
He's still smiling.
That took the smile off his face.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
All right, get up on the wagon, skeletons, and hopefully they run over and grab onto the back of the wagon or whatever.
Yeah, they all take
Grab on
turns
however they can.
running and grabbing onto the carriage. One of them mounts the Triceratops.
Hell yeah, that's metal as
Right.
fuck.
Yeah, that is fucking cool. That's the smart one.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to cast a spell called Tasha's Mind Whip.
Okay.
And that has an intelligence save of 16, and I'm casting it at Strad.
Okay, what? Oh, intelligence, was it?
Yep.
Cool.
No, I bet he's got like +5 or some crap.
Yeah. It's super
He's rolled a total of
Smartest man
20,
alive.
21.
Okay. Well, I won't say what.
Yeah, keep going yourself. Don't ruin the fun for when it does work.
He does take half as much damage, but I don't think it's even worth.
It's probably
3d6 psychic damage.
give us a roll anyway.
Okay, there we go. It's an 8.
Oh,
Nice. Yeah, it stops him.
Take half of that.
Yeah, true. Four damage.
is he still alive?
It was a Mac guy. He's fronting.
He's been walking towards the carriage this whole time, and it stops him. Just stops him like he has just a bit of a migraine, just like and he pushes it away,
Migraine.
and continues walking. Anything else from the Baron?
No.
It is Strahd's turn.
Oh.
Okay.
Not good.
See, this is where I need my time to think a little bit now, because I don't know if he's going to be able to do what I was originally planning. What sort of distance is he from this carriage? So we'll say it's probably more like 50 feet away. He's too I don't know. He's too calm and collected to burst into a run or anything.
He's too cool to run for the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing undermines your status as a bad guy for running. Yeah.
Yes.
And he's just locking eyes with Ismark, who's feverishly loading his crossbow bolt. And I'm just going to need a roll from Ismark.
No.
What roll am I going to need from Ismark? A wisdom saving throw.
How many HP does Ismark have?
Ismark has actually quite a few. He's got like 58, I believe.
Whoa. All right.
He does only have a +0 for wisdom, and rolls a total of 5, failing his wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we know what that means.
And Ismark's crossbow sort of just drops a little in his hands as he... who's actually in the wagon? There's probably the Baron, I think, is still inside the carriage with Morley and Ismark and Irina. Baron, you've been looking out there as you were casting your spell, and you see Ismark lower his crossbow and sort of calm himself a little bit, and you just see like a little sort of smile on Ismark's face, just slowly grow on Ismark's face. And Strahd,
Now's no time to be happy.
and Strahd, you can hear Strahd through the rain and the sound of all the mayhem going on, saying to Ismark, "Bring me my bride." And that is Strahd's turn.
Not
So
good.
I heard that.
You did hear that, yeah.
This has happened before with Loris.
In exactly like the same place and same everything. Morley, we're back with you. Can you give me a perception roll with an advantage, please?
Yes. I'm going to use Roll20 mobile. So if this doesn't work, give me a moment.
That works straight away.
Oh. Okay, that was the first roll. Oi!
Oh, that's
Okay.
pretty.
That is awesome. So on a 15, you would have had a bit more of an understanding of your surroundings thanks to the blade feeding you, the hilt of the sunblade, feeding you some sort of vague colors and emotions around you, sort of helping to try and paint a picture of what's going on. But with a perfect roll. What you are seeing now in the complete darkness is you're seeing this warm pink shape of Irina directly in front of you. You can see and sense off to the side, maybe 20, 30 feet away from you, this evil red fiery shape coming on the other side of the carriage, outside the carriage. You can see next to Irina, or on the seat opposite you in the carriage, this weird twisty swirly color, and it seems to be it feels like it would be more on like the side of the fiery shape that you're seeing outside. Like it almost feels like you've got something in this carriage that is on the side of Strad out there, which you assume is this red fiery shape. And you can feel just this warm blue of your companions at your back, and this, strangely enough, this enormously blue shape, which seems to be pulling this wagon or connected to this carriage.
So I'm seeing in like virtual reality, but with color blobs, like
It's not super clear, but you're getting a bit more of an idea of where things are. You still can't see super details, you can't hear anything going on, but you can see just almost like the auras of those around you being fed to you from the sunblade.
I can sense something. And do I have enough about me to kind of interpret that, good and evil?
Yeah, I
could tell that that's a threat. The swirly?
The fiery red, absolutely. The kind of the purpley red swirly thing that's in the carriage with you is probably more confusing than anything because it doesn't match any of the other things around you.
All right. I'm going to take a bit of a risk here. I'm going to, because I don't know, but I sense danger, I'm going to cast sleep on that shape.
What?
Wait.
Swirly shape.
Not sleep.
No, go ahead.
You got to put yourself in Morley's shoes. He's sensing this danger right there, and he doesn't want this to be.
Can you target something with sleep?
The thing is, I've never done sleep, and I really don't know anything about it.
So the reason why we're all like, sleep, is because we've had encounters with sleep before. So, could be interesting. I'm like, hey, look.
It's an area of
I've got
effect.
high HP right now, so I'm like, I'm good.
You pick a spot, and within 20 feet of that spot, things can go to sleep. Now, you need to roll higher than whatever, like you roll, and whoever's got the lowest amount of HP gets affected first, so on and so on and so on, until those points that you rolled are used up.
I just brought the spell up, yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that anymore.
Hey, look, do you like how I'm learning as a DM and I'm actually sort of warning and giving you ideas before just going, all right, let's do it. You fucked everything up.
Yeah. You said it. Can't no backsies.
Yeah. Now, so I know what I've given you is pretty limited, so there might not still be much that you can do right now, but...
Okay. The only thing I can do is a little bit of self-preservation, actually. And with feeling slightly more calm, I'm going to cast Blade Ward on myself.
Okay, what does Blade Ward do?
It is... I'll paste it into the chat.
Okay.
You extend your hand and trace is it a sigil? A sigil? Sigil of warding in the air. Until the end of your next turn, you have resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage dealt by weapon attacks. So it's just a little bit of a armor sort of thing.
What was it called? Sorry?
Blade Ward. It's not set up in Roll20.
Right, okay. It doesn't require... Oh, no, I suppose it doesn't need you to see or hear, as long, and you can speak, so if it requires vocal, that's fine.
It's a cantrip as well.
Oh, perfect. All right. So, yeah, you cast that. What does everyone except you see in regards to how that might look?
They see me put my hand up and trace the sigil in the air. And then that's it.
Okay, cool.
That's all they see.
Okay, cool.
What's wrong with Morley?
Irina hears you say something about being able to see again, and she leans back as you trace the sigil in the air, and she seems quite confused. And she's like, "You can see?" But you can't hear her asking that, so there's just
Gonna skidding next.
Just be careful you don't accidentally trace the sigil inappropriately. She might think you're copping a feel.
she's like, "Morley, not
Turned
now."
into a creep.
American, over to you. Now in Triceratops.
I'm Triceratops, now bigger and better than ever before. I'm going to use my turn to dash 100 feet, making Triceratops noises.
Okay. You've got the skeleton on your back. The carriage has got 4 of these skeletons clinging to the sides, and you just head down, charge off to the west, heading towards those gates that you came through. Strad and Aragel left a decent distance into the distance behind you now as the rain pours down, making it harder to see what's behind you. The gates, as you approach them, start creaking open again, opening up for you to push through.
That's nice that they still open.
Yeah. Anything else for American?
Snorting a little bit.
There's a lot of snorting.
A lot. Snorting a
Legend.
lot, actually. Let me amend that.
I
Yeah,
do have a
that's-
bag of cocaine. If you...
Imagine that.
Cocaine
The
balanced
power I would
Triceratops.
wield. A
Feel it.
Triceratops on cocaine.
Feed it into its giant nostrils. Like a machine.
That can be our backup plan if things go awry.
So Strad is way behind you now. So let's.
Barovian blow, sorry. Not cocaine.
Didn't you give me some of that? I need to add that to my inventory.
Yes, you do.
I'm just
Can't
going
forget
to
that.
move Strad way off to the distance. I think it's probably, he's more like 130 feet away, so everything's not quite placed properly on here at the moment. We're going to skip Aragel's turn. You don't even see him now as he's so far off in the distance. It is Irina's turn. She is just maintaining a connection with you, Morley. She's just now kind of pushed herself next to you onto the seat, squeezing Baron up against the wall of the carriage. She's just holding on to one of your arms. She's grabbed some of the rugs and blankets that she was hiding under and has brought them over you both, and she's trying to dry you off. So you can feel that happening. The ravens too are so far away that we don't know what's happening there. Bill, anything from Bill as you guys are racing off through these western gates?
Do I have any reason to suspect? Like, did I see anything from Strad? As a mind mage myself, did I recognize anything that he might have done as he approached us?
Give me a perception roll, and we'll see if you noticed something.
Okay.
Because this was occurring while you were like forming Mirakin into a shape of a Triceratops, you know? So
Yeah, fair. I rolled a 19.
okay, with the roll of a 19, you would have heard Strad calmly, and you would have noticed he was doing it rather calmly, just almost ask for someone to bring him his bride. You've heard it before. You've heard that tone in his voice before. You know that the last time he said those exact words in that exact tone, that Loris tried to grab and Irina and give her over to Strad.
I'm going to look at my teammates, and I'm looking for some cold, dead eyes.
All right, I'm gonna let you roll one more perception roll.
Okay.
One for the previous turn, that obviously, while that was happening, and one for right now.
I rolled a 6.
Okay, well, I'm going to roll for the person, obviously, Ismark, to see how well he's kind of, not hiding it, but how he's acting. And we'll put it against that. He has rolled an 8, so you're looking through, you know something's up. And you were like looking at everybody, but everyone just looks to be settling back into place in the carriage as it's heading off through the gates. You're not seeing anything.
Okay. Still suspicious. I'm gonna move in front of Irina.
Okay.
Box everybody else out.
You're standing in the middle of the carriage while it's jostling its way down the path at this point. And you're taking turns looking at Ismark, over to Morley, who's still mumbling something and has Irina on his arm. And you look
Morley
over.
looks the most suspicious. He's like,
You're looking and waiting for something, for some kind of movement. Okay, cool. It is Ismark's turn, and he's
Can Bill prep an action?
He's already used his action. You can only.
Oh
prep,
right, yeah, he did the perception check.
But
Good point.
he is definitely in between Irina and Ismark at this point, which is a good move. Ismark slowly puts his crossbow back onto his back, and just looks through you, Bill. Just looks straight through you towards Irina, and he gets up to onto his feet in this wagon that is sort of jostling as you're making his Triceratops American is forcing this thing at 100 feet every 6 seconds through the path, and he's going to try and just grapple you, Bill. So you can either use a dex save or you can use a strength save.
no, not you, Ismark. And I'm going to use a strength save because I don't want him to get past me. Which is not my forte. I got a 9.
He smiles at you and says, do we have his face available here? It's nothing personal, Bill. And he just grabs you by the shoulders and slams you against the side of the carriage, and starts moving towards Irina.
Ismark.
But you did manage to use up his turn pretty well. That could have been a roll of grabbing Irina, so...
Nice one, Bill.
Baron, you've just seen... but actually, I might just give you... sorry, just before we do that. Since he has just thrown you with a pretty strong throw. It's 4 damage, bludgeoning damage against the edge of that, the wall of the carriage. The whole carriage just goes, just like knocks off to its side a little bit as you hit the wall. Baron, you've just seen this happen, and there's like a dead, almost like glazed look over Ismark's eyes as he just moves toward. He's standing now in front of Irina.
Oh shit! I was looking out the back window as well, just thinking I was going to shoot Aragel with fireball. But
Hell yeah.
How far is it? I mean, he's like 200 feet away. Is your range that good?
200? I can go 150 feet.
Look, if you want to do that, I'd say he's within range for 150 feet.
Do you think I should?
There's a bunch of crows. There's a bunch of crows around him.
Thanks for reminding me. Damn it! I would have toasted that.
I'm really mad at him for hitting me in the butt.
Yeah, let's go back there.
I'm turning this damn card around for the second time today.
Okay, I've just seen. I've turned around to see Bill get thrown against the wall. Ismark's crazy. Obviously, I'm going to talk to my skeletons and grab him. grab Ismark, and hopefully they can scuffle around and try and restrain Ismark. And
Okay.
I'll give it a go too.
I mean, I'll roll a strength save from Ismark, but realistically, how many skeletons are you looking at?
I think there's one on the Triceratops, so maybe 4.
Plus yourself, is that right?
And yeah,
We don't even need to roll for that. One of you is going to roll higher than what he's just rolled, for sure.
okay.
So the skeletons from the sides of the carriage all just like feet first swing in through the windows.
That's cool.
And just latch onto and drag Ismark down to the ground. You can join in as well if you like, but it looks like the skeletons have it kind of handled. You're on your feet now, though, ready to jump on should it be needed.
Yep. Okay, that'll take my attention then.
And Ismark is just lying on the ground. He doesn't seem to be fighting back against the skeletons too much, and his eyes are just locked on Irina.
I'm going to see if I can slap it. Wake up, Ismark. Psh, psh.
Yeah, you slap him across his face. You do like a point of damage to him, but
He's being controlled. No, I'm not trying to hurt him.
yeah, I know.
Wake up.
But his eyes are just locked on to
I've seen
Irina.
this before, Bill.
Anything else?
Mm-mm.
Okay. It's Strahd's turn, and you guys are way off in the distance at this point. You're like 140 feet from Strad at this point. So you can't really see what he is doing. But there is just a streak, just this flash of fiery red that just darts across, cuts through the rain, past the carriage, and just lights into this enormous fireball. Can I get a dex saving throw from Triceratops American, please?
Yes. I assume Triceratops has a really great
Oh yeah, let's
dexterity.
let's bring
It's
that.
-1.
Oh, is it? Did you have a look?
I rolled a 9 -1.
Okay. All right, let's cast this then. There is 40,
Irina's going to die.
43 points of fire damage. So this fireball just is aimed directly at you. He's not aiming for the carriage. He's aiming for what is pulling the carriage, and it just hits the ground in front of you, American, and just erupts in this enormous fiery ball, and you take 43 points of damage.
Oof.
But triumphantly, I know you've got a lot of hit points there, American, and you just charge and exit through this fiery ball in front of you with the flames pushing out all around you. And Strad, you know he can't be happy knowing you survived that.
Oh, Bruce Willis.
I do not turn to look at the explosion.
I think unless there's something you specifically wanted to do before American's turn, Adam, we can consider initiative and fight order to be over. We can go back to... Because American is still just tracking at 100 feet for her turn, leaving Strad well in the dust, especially knowing that Bocephalus, in the hypnotic lights cast by Bill last session, is still unable to move for another a good few turns. What you do... Oh, yeah, Adam?
All I was going to do on my next turn is point at that swirly blob and... Evil! It's evil! Evil!
Perfect. Bill?
It's somewhat inconvenient, but when I cast Triceratops on American, the dazzling lights faded.
Okay, no, that's all right.
Sorry, I
'cause
didn't say that before.
Okay, so Bocephalus is back to normal, but it's like 200 and something odd feet behind you at this point. What you all hear through the rain hitting the ground and pouring down on the carriage around you, is you just hear this cacophony of wolf howls off behind you as well. Baron, you look off into the distance, and now Strad is standing there, way off in the distance now, with silhouettes of this wolf pack on each of his sides. And the ravens have kicked up into the sky and are now soaring above you, back towards the west.
Well, the ravens escaped.
Yeah, they actually survived. Like they didn't really get much, if any, damage at all.
Oh,
Phew.
what is that? Called an
There's a lot of wolves, though.
Now the only issue is that it's only a beat. It only feels like a beat before closing in front of you are these two revenants. American, you're seeing these revenants walking at a decent pace towards you. Are you changing anything that you're doing?
There is
That's a
something
shit
I would
place to
like
be a
to
raven.
do.
Yeah?
As a Triceratops, if I move at least 20 feet straight towards a creature and hit it with a gore attack on the same turn, they have to... So I'm just going to, like, frickin' charge.
Yes.
Yeah, do it. Yeah. Yeah. Give me a roll.
I'm going to
Baby's
let
ready.
out an almighty grunt. And I'm going to hit with a +9.
Plus, that's good. That's good.
Oh,
You needed a
I
plus
rolled
9.
a 9.
Plus
9
9,
plus
though.
9 for 18.
That is a hit.
Okay, so the target, I just target one of them.
Okay.
And it has to succeed on a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. Please fail.
They only rolled 11, total of 11.
Oh, yes. Guess what I get to do now? I'm so stoked. I get to stomp the bitch as a bonus action.
Trample the body.
Trample. Also, the gore attack is 4d8 plus 6 piercing damage.
Give us
So
a
I
roll.
should probably do that.
Yeah. Give me a
Okay,
roll.
4d8. So that is 16
Okay.
plus 8.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, plus 6.
Plus 6.
And now I have to try to hit with a +9 for my stomp.
And it's
My
prone.
Chateau de Stomp.
And it's prone, so it's like at advantage.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Right. Yes.
So I've rolled a 4
That's
and
that is a
18
hit.
plus 9.
Hey, is there any, I was going to say, is there a reason you're not using roll 20? But there is a reason. You don't have this all set up, so it's fair.
Yeah. I didn't know I was going to be turned into a Triceratops.
Look, I don't know what you guys do and don't plan for.
Yeah. So I rolled a 3d10 for 16
Okay.
plus 6 for that damage.
Plus another
bludgeoning.
6. Now you
A
know.
lot of numbers coming at you.
Yeah, I mean, you know these guys are pretty resilient when it comes to the amount of hit points they have. And you just charge through. You knock both of them down. Just kabadoosh, both of them go sprawling. And you trample over one of them, doing a bunch of damage. And you are just off into the distance. They're like, they're just well behind you, both prone on the ground. And Baron, you look out the window of the carriage just to see them slowly getting to their feet, turning back towards the west and following slowly back in your direction.
Bill,
But they don't seem to be an
the
issue for now.
revenants? I'm just looking out the back. Just, hey, Bill, did you see that? Looks like those guys from the tower thing.
Yeah, true.
I
For everyone,
must have missed it.
for everyone in the wagon, you have no idea what just happened. You just know American hit something and the wagon went over them.
Surely they looked out the back.
Yeah. And then you've seen these
We
things.
see out the back.
Yeah. But yeah, you got past those pretty easily. You've left them also well behind.
His face. How good is that face?
You can't catch a party if they have a Triceratops.
No, I mean, what the fuck
That's
am
what
I
I
meant to do?
Saying goes.
I feel like Triceracin is what I am right now.
so
Triceratops.
good.
Nice. All right, why don't we take... It's a good time to have a break now. Let's take a break here.
We
because-
didn't die.
Mainly also
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
need to have a bit of a think now, don't I? Just a little
Oh my
one.
gosh.
Oh man.
Bill's spells MVP.
Oh. Yeah, that was.
You know what? If Strad turned into a T-Rex,
Damn it! I should have done that.
would have been in the shit.
Can he turn into a T-Rex? I'm just gonna have a quick look.
I can turn somebody into a T-Rex as well, but I thought a Triceratops was a better getaway.
Yeah,
animal.
for sure.
I have a feeling like Strad could just turn into a T-Rex.
Oh lord.
If he has polymorph, he'll be able to.
We just have like a full-on Jurassic Park episode.
I'm all right with that.
T-Rex is the most powerful beast you can. Like it's the most powerful beast you can transform into.
Yeah. How long does so concentration and up to an hour, so you can basically figure out when to drop that.
We could just be shooting grease out the back, though. Grease spell.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I should have.
Like a T-Rex trying to catch you, afflicted by a grease spell would be pretty funny.
Quick, grease
With
him.
those tiny little grabby hands.
That's what they had wrong in Jurassic Park, is they didn't have the grease spell on board.
Yeah, not enough grease.
That was a roller coaster of emotions for me. That starting, I was like,
Yeah.
I loved the fact that you picked a war horse over just like a riding horse. So that was awesome. I love that that he just got fucked up straight away by a poison arrow.
54
Yeah.
damage or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm mad about that. I'm holding a grudge against Christopher Argyle. He better watch out, man.
That
He
makes
better
3 of us
watch out.
That says
Yeah,
more.
we hate this guy. I think we hate this guy more than Strad now.
Yeah, I think so.
so
I wanted to blow him up.
the poison arrow was I think it was, let's have a look. It was a 1d8 plus 3 just for the piercing damage, but it was a 7d6 roll for the poison.
Dang, that's a lot of poison.
You know, you could just run through the Vistani camp as a Triceratops.
Just well,
They wouldn't even
just
know
as a
it's
suggestion.
Not a bad plan, just causing chaos, getting like ribbons and banners like attached to your horns.
Just like, I'm mad. I'm just going to wreck everything I see. I've had a bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would come out, covered in like Vistani vests and colourful shit. It's pretty cool.
Like running into a closet and then coming out with the dressed as a Vistani Triceratops.
Just like in a
Guy-
dress,
that
like
guy-
holding it up. Come running out holding
That
it.
guy who was getting whipped just impaled on a horn. We deserve this.
All right. That's canon now.
So it only lasts an hour, so you're not going to get back to Velaki and Triceratops form, unfortunately.
I mean, I have another spell slot.
True.
This is the new me. I won't accept being an elf anymore.
Yeah.
I need more. Like, I know the first hit is free, but Bill, I need to be a dinosaur again. Like, make me big again.
2 hours out of every 24, American is a Triceratops.
So I've almost run out of what I had planned. So that's good.
Sweet.
You call it there.
No, I think we can definitely do
Already American.
Yeah.
Well, that was epic.
Yeah, that was awesome.
We'll just fill in the rest of the episode with some shopping or something.
No, it's all right. I'm keen to see what you guys. I don't know. Bye. Good night, everybody. I don't know if you guys have even thought of outside of that encounter either. Like if you
Of course
guys,
we have.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. So maybe
Yep.
like us, you should prep a bit harder.
Okay. All right.
Talked about very little else all week.
I've got anime filler. It's like we all just turn into anime filler. We have an onsen episode now.
Oh yeah.
No, we go to a theme park.
Yeah. Well, we could have this session's zoo episodes. We could just go the Velaki Zoo.
We go to Jurassic Park.
We should go to Strahd's house because we know he's not home.
This is where relationships develop during these episodes between Morley and Irina. They go to the theme park together and get candy
He tries
floss.
to win her like at a coconut
Yes.
shy, but he's blind, so he like throws it at Irina's face.
And then mage hands down the thing. Knocks it over. Hey.
He's just gauging how well he's doing by seeing the color of her aura changing.
Yeah.
Starts out looking good, getting more and more orange.
Oh, doesn't know what that means. Just starting to get
He's like,
concerned.
I think that's good. Is that good?
She's like a big mood ring. Amazing. And we can have a cheesy soundtrack. It's always you and me. Sorry, I didn't mean to steal your bit.
That's Belle in the back singing that.
By the way, we're at 903 followers now. We've hit that 900 mark. That is fantastic.
Well, who wouldn't watch that and be like, nah?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That was great. That was awesome. So thank you to the Astringent Hippie, Starfallen Games, and Alex for giving us a follow. And thank you, Random, for 200 bits. Thank you for that. We've got a question. This time, not from LabKiwi, from Squished today. Which is, what are the DMs and players' thoughts on player death? To the DM, would you make best effort to avoid it? And what would happen in this campaign if it happened? So I'll answer the last part first. If player death was to happen in this campaign, I'm not going to say what would happen. I'm not going to say what would happen. I'm not going to say...
What a great answer.
Well...
Running for the National Party?
Yeah, you answered well, like saying, I'm going to say what's going to happen. I'm not going to say what's going to happen.
And there you go. And there you have it. There's your answer.
You had me there for a moment.
No, I can't. Barovia's different. That's all I can really say.
Sorry.
Why aren't we back at level 4? Anyway,
Are we reborn as babies?
there we go. We just get
Ooh,
baby
you have
characters.
a baby
Soul-
spin-off.
Got a
Dicey
soulless
baby.
Baby Muppet.
That'd be
Get
Triceratops.
souls.
The Dicey babies. So what do you guys think
Living
of,
babies.
of player death?
That's a filler episode as well. That's like us. We're all babies for an episode.
No, I will say the campaign has things in the book in regards to player death. So that's all I can say.
Spicy.
I mean, I've always been pretty against player death. Like, I think it's fine if the characters sometimes die, but it's pretty extreme if one of us carks it in the middle of a campaign.
Yeah.
What,
I think
sorry,
that's-
what's the difference?
I'm just being a dick. I'm just saying. I'm drawing a difference between a player and a character.
I thought that was some sort of rule that I was like, what? That can happen?
If you die in the game, you die in real life.
Was my delivery too dry?
Reagan comes around to your house and murders you.
You died.
It's part of the game. Sorry.
66.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have failed your death saving throws.
You had 3 chances.
Yeah, what does everyone think of character deaths in D&D?
Okay, if it's not my character.
Love it when it's NPCs or monsters.
Yeah. I mean, it's Strad, it's good.
Yeah. Someone said they had
I
a
think-
TPK on the first goblin battle in the Lost Mines of Phandelver.
Oh.
That's the time to have it before
You
people
want it
really
right at the
get
start,
too
yeah.
invested.
Yeah.
Just to make it.
When we
Just
started,
to,
in
just to
thinking
put them
what's
off the
it if it's
game
your
for life,
first-
you know?
Yeah, if it's your first ever campaign, I don't think you want
Yeah,
that. I think you
because
want
especially when
to
it's
be like, yeah, this is real fun.
when it's your first game, like you've put all this excitement into learning the system. Oh, my character's going to be so cool. Oh, and you spend hours on it because it's your first time doing it, and then it's like, yeah, okay, well, that was cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, the goblin
I think
rolled a
that's probably
crit
the worst
success.
possible time to die,
Yeah.
just right out the gate.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe. Or maybe.
First encounter, second campaign, optimal time to die.
Yeah. When you're a bit jaded and you don't care that much anymore.
Or you've had ideas for
Well,
other characters.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
don't
it's
know.
I'm not against character death, but I think it's definitely preferable if it happens at like an epic moment that it'll be like a fond memory. Whereas like, oh, an axe swings from the door in the house and you die. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
anticlimactic
Just
and
running out of hit
less.
points or something.
Yeah, like that would be less cool. But...
Like if you guys had made it the whole way through
You're
the.
walking down the road in a truck.
I was going to say, like, making your way finally through the death house, and one of those blades in the doorway gets you and it kills you, and that's it. You're dead. Yeah. Are you getting a bit of
Yeah.
lag there, John? Are
You're
you-
walking down the road in a. Oh man, I must be lagging really bad.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna rejoin.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, but then it's like if you just what's the word I'm looking for? If you like hold your punches and then just go, oh, like it didn't kill you because it's not a good narrative moment, then it's kind of like, well, why even playing? Like,
Yeah.
if all the
Yeah.
mechanics are up for sale, I don't know.
The game part of it, eh? Because I am worried about dying. I think it's come close a few times.
Yeah.
I haven't pulled any punches. I have not like done something and then fudged the dice in your favors. For anything like that, like I'm not pulling punches. I thought there was going to be a really, really, really high chance of some deaths tonight. To be honest,
Yeah, me
like
too.
I was
Yeah,
legitimately
we were
expecting it.
scared.
Yeah, and I had a bunch
We
of.
came up with a plan.
Oh yeah.
We were that scared.
Oh,
Yes,
that sounds
we were
good.
planning.
Yeah, we were so scared we tried.
Finally, so that's all I had to do. What were you going to say, John? Talk to me. What were you going to say about it?
It's just making a joke about like an unsatisfying death is just like when you're walking down the road and a Triceratops just shows up and tramples you. I agree with Joe though on the whole character death thing. Like I think you want it to be memorable and something that you'll remember for the rest of your life. Like I was playing this D&D campaign for 2 fucking years and my character died at the last boss. You know, you want it to hold some weight. But I think what that
Never
means
played the
though
game.
is you can't have trivial situations present as deadly. Like if you want it to feel satisfying, you can't have a random thing be like, oh yeah, and you fell in a trap and you die. It has to be like
Yeah.
we were fighting the big baddie or we were trying to get to the big baddie and this happened.
Yeah, and because it's different now because there are these big campaigns with big narratives and characters and everything like that. If you're going through an old dungeon crawl, then it's more about the mechanics and you are likely to die. It's less about the characters and the narrative. So that kind of death and falling in a pit and dying fits that sort of game, but
Yeah.
it's unsatisfying and 2-year long game of Strad.
Yeah, and like imagine if you died like in the penultimate encounter, and then like for the final boss you have to bring in a new character, and they're like, I don't really know you guys that well, and like I don't hate all the people you hate or know what you've done, but I'm here.
Yeah.
That would kind of be a bit like you'd probably feel a bit less connected to the plot all of a sudden, which would be a bit of a bummer.
I guess it'd be okay if you had another character that had been along for the ride. I don't know,
Yeah.
like a Ismark or something, but is competent.
Yeah. Hey, Ismark's competent, isn't he?
I know. I
all
was getting at you.
He's all right. I think
Yeah,
he's
kidding.
showing. I think he's been pretty good. I wouldn't like. All
Yeah,
right,
but imagine,
now
I wouldn't
someone
want to play as Mark.
be like, okay, Joe, American's dead. You are going to be Blinsky for the rest of the campaign.
Do the voice.
We've established
every
his
time-
voice, okay?
Every
We've
time I start
established-
talking, you play the shop music.
Yeah, the music has to be on the whole time.
The little accordion ditty. It's like, God, no one can take me seriously.
And then the next person that dies has to be his monkey.
yeah.
It's the only
Just get worse
natural
and worse.
choice.
So I assume that like running away was number one on your list of plans. Did you have a bunch of other cool things that you want to talk about, or no? You just want to keep them to yourselves.
I wouldn't say they were cool.
They were desperate and bad.
Poorly thought through, desperate ploys.
Wait, so the first thing that you planned for worked? It actually just worked.
It was clearly the best plan. I say we thought about it, but really, Shannon wrote it up, and then we all went, "Yep, that sounds
Okay.
good."
We did discuss it a bit beforehand.
Yeah.
It's true.
What was the bottom one on the list of things to
No,
do?
you don't get. No, we still got that in our back pocket just in case
Oh,
we
okay.
are desperate next
Would you
time.
believe though that the Triceratops was not part of the plan?
I would not believe. Well, actually, no. Everyone seems surprised by that. So I think
kind of.
that's.
It was an
Yeah.
option, but we thought we'd get
It's
away
kind
with the
of- I
horse
remember you-
thing.
Mentioning something.
I couldn't
I would say
believe.
that at the bottom of our list, you would not guess it, Reagan. I don't think you would guess it.
Because it's such a bad plan, I can guarantee.
It's barely even a plan, and it doesn't seem to make a lot of sense on the surface.
Suicide pact.
Close.
Okay.
You've got it. Are you familiar with Heaven's Gate?
We all got those new shoes for a reason.
We've got the matching outfits already. It's all coming together.
I honestly,
Rugs on, everyone.
I couldn't believe how like the first action of the entire session just fucked my plans completely. I do like that.
That's great.
Yeah, that was great.
What were your plans?
I think
We'll tell you ours if you tell us yours.
Well, I think you saw what, because I didn't know what you guys were going to be doing. I really just wanted to plan one thing, which is what is Strahd's goal for this, for right here, right now, and it was obviously to get. I mean, Irina's right there. It's his focus of this, and so I think you saw my plan. I just didn't get to do as much with it as I thought. I thought tonight's session was going to end up with Irina no longer with you lot. That was what I had in mind, was that Irina was going to be gone.
So I don't know if you can answer this or not. Mm-hmm. Like you almost certainly can't. But
Oh, good.
prior
Ask
to
then.
us,
I'll give you.
since I know you're such a straight shooter who loves giving detailed answers,
I will tell you, but I'm not going to tell you.
prior to us arriving in Barovia, why didn't Strad just roll up, Charmers, Mark, get Irina, get the fuck out of here?
He had charmed Irina twice and has bitten her twice. He was waiting for that third bite, right? So you guys just happened to show up at the perfect
base.
at the perfect time, I guess, to stop that third bite from occurring.
Oh, I didn't know there was any significance with the number of bites.
It's like the original Dracula novel.
Yeah, I
actually.
think
Right.
one of the things you guys had learned ages ago was something about the bites. And,
Third bites the charm. That's
what they
why we
say.
advocated for her big neck brace,
that's right. That's correct.
Which she has refused to wear.
which was
Yeah.
poo-pooed.
The chastity choker.
So
We
yeah,
make her a silver one. It's perfect.
Yeah, and garlic
And it'll
Garlic.
look nice.
holders.
the other thing that I prepped that I was really I was really aware that this could have been a really boring episode for Adam, and I didn't want there to be an interaction with the Revenants, but I'd already placed them on that path coming towards you lot. So you having that Triceratops was fantastic, because it just meant we could get through that without being right. All right, the rest of the session is Adam sitting this one out while everyone does combat with the Revenants. So I had something else planned for how that might have been avoided that I thought would have been really cool, but I think the Triceratops is infinitely cooler just because it's
Yeah, that was fun.
you guys did it instead of me. stepping in.
Did I mention that my character's part of my backstory is like I learned to like kind of be like a Shaolin monk with no vision? Did I mention that at any point?
I'm just looking at the notes. No, I don't think you did mention that one actually.
Oh, silly me. It's in there.
Okay, cool.
It's cool. You're like a
He's like-
blind swordsman now.
Yeah, like Blind Fury.
Yeah, it was Atuichi.
That
If I knew
movie
what that
from the-
was, I'd
from
be-
the 90s.
You don't know what Blind Fury is? You should absolutely watch Blind Fury.
No, you
I
shouldn't.
don't know what
It's not
anything
that
is. It's kind of like you guys have seen everything, and
You
I've just
sh-
seen
You
that.
should, and then
Are you saying Blind Fury is bad?
Yeah, I tried to rewatch it recently.
okay.
And I was like, "Ugh."
I haven't
Watch
watched it since.
Atuichi. Those are still good.
I haven't watched Blind Fury since probably like 95 or 96. So
Yeah,
it's been a while.
it probably hasn't aged well.
Probably
Zatoichi's
not.
good.
Yeah, because Blind Fury is a copy of
Sure.
Atuichi.
Sure.
Yeah.
But those are still good.
Okay. Just watch Blind Fury. Just it's in color.
anime?
So.
Be-
No.
Rutger Hauer,
Rutger
did he die
Hauer.
last year?
There is a new Zatoichi that's in color.
Well, no, only one Atuichi's black and white. So
Are there multiple?
there's 30
Oh,
color
okay.
ones
All
and
right, all right.
2 or 3 TV series.
Okay.
The same guy.
So just watch Blind Fury because it's just one movie. So you don't have to watch all the other stuff.
I watch Blind Fury.
I will
Or
before
watch,
we.
or watch the Daredevil on Netflix, which is also basically the
So
same
good.
story.
Before we get back into it, I will just say thank you to our patrons and our subscribers. So we'll start with the patrons, as we always do. QSD, Drop Shadow, Carlzone, Squished, Sador, The Foolish Fool, Andrew Mitchellmore, David Marsh, and our very own Joe and John, and Adam, who's...
What kind of loser would sub to their own thing? In the words of Adam Wright, circa 2020.
No, that was me.
No, that was Joe. That was Joe's
I've
words.
actually changed it to what kind of loser wouldn't sub to their own
If
show.
we can just
Yeah.
stop
Me and-
from rewriting history for a moment, you'll all maybe recall that I was actually the first Patreon of our own podcast.
Yeah.
And
You were
then
the
I got
first sub.
mercilessly ripped to bits.
No, you
Then-
didn't.
Then my credit card expired and my payment failed, and the dungeon master kindly hit
free.
me up about it, about my financial insolvency on it. And then
What?
I got a similar message actually.
Well, this is the weird thing. Like, so someone else, and I don't want to name names, but someone else's payment has failed, and is it on me to let them know? I feel like
It's odd that Patreon doesn't let them know. Because,
I don't think
they would want.
yeah, Patreon doesn't let them know. So what am I
Doesn't
supposed to be like? Hey man, hey yo, thanks for all the support. Just so you know, your credit card
we're not
has lapsed.
supporting.
Yeah.
I'm the last holdout. I feel like a cheap ass now.
No, dude, you've done all
you
of
are.
the. Dude, I feel like we owe you money with all of the
well,
with all the
Look at
work
these
you've done.
guys,
I mean-
these money bags paying.
we've all contributed in different ways.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean,
I won the
some of
20
us
bucks
more
a month.
financially than others.
Just to say that your endless hours of art labor is the same as my $4.
That's all art is worth, right? $4 or so, something like. I don't know how.
I
art
get all
works.
the
stand-up
exposure
comedy.
from this.
Yeah, that's priceless.
Paid an exposure. Yes.
Can we pay you an exposure? Hey, I have a small food, kind of.
We'll just go through the subscribers, then you can show us your small food.
Sorry.
So Grim Reaper, Losagibba, Random Origins, Garman Dude, Coolio, Squished, Terrestrial Starfish, Carlzone, and Jackalope. Thank you so much for being subscribed here. In regards to the collector cards, by the way, I'm still trying to. I'm trying to. Look, obviously, we're trying to iron out the last few bumps. When I say we, I mean Random is trying to iron out the last few little bugs. But I'm trying to decide if we make that a subscriber only thing, or if it's for everyone. I think version 1 we make it for everyone, but there's a possibility that it goes to subscribers only when version 2 hits, whenever that is, which is a way away since we don't even have version 1 yet. Anyway, small food, John.
So this is a small drink.
Ooh, small drink.
The rare small drink. It's a tiny can.
So
Aw,
cute.
what is it?
This is
Miami Brute
it's a
Lager.
regular size can for scale.
Speaking of exposure.
Speaking of exposure,
It's amazing that you managed to get your own brand in there.
Yeah.
Happy coincidence.
It's almost like I bought the small one just so I could show the bigger one.
Every week there'll be some sort of new excuse to bring up Waitoa.
And if you're a Patreon, you can show off your beer on stream as well. So just
What is the small can? Is it a beer or is it like a? It looks like a Miami wine cooler.
I think
Yeah.
that's what it's supposed to be. But
Urban
it
Wort.
is a beer. It's a Miami Brewed
Urban
Lager.
Wort. Oh, okay.
Brute. That means no sugar, doesn't it?
Yeah, low,
Unsweetened.
you're right, low sugar.
LARP Kiwi says, "Wait, you make beer? Have you got a plug? Have you got a website? Or something
I don't
want to.
I don't want to plug it. I don't want to plug it after being ripped to.
No,
Well, plug it.
no, absolutely. What are you talking about?
I help run a brew pub and another pub. Waitoa Beer. We're in about 30 supermarkets at the moment. And you can also go to waitoabeer.co.nz if you want to order online.
What's your
I
Patreon?
ordered some, and it was passable.
Would you
I
would
passed
you
out.
believe that's actually our slogan?
Do you remember there was Viking beer, and their slogan was "Conquer the taste."
Yes,
It was
we
fucking
used to
heinous.
sell Viking. It was
Conquer the
$9 a
taste.
dozen.
It was incredibly bad.
Yeah. $9 a dozen though. Can't be
Yeah.
that. Burmeister's another one.
Oh.
And
Pirate
one time-
beer. Those blue cans that were like 8%.
Oh yeah,
Oof.
bringing back memories.
Rheineck.
Oh yeah.
Rheineck was that was the drink.
That was
of the
classy.
Mid 1980s, I believe.
All right, should we get back? Should we get back into it? Let's get the Sirenscape going and put you guys back on the map. So let's have a quick look from the gate. It's probably at the speed that you're going. You're going to be past the windmill, heading back down the hill towards the Svalich Woods when the hour is up. And American, you start feeling that polymorph dissipating. For those of you inside the carriage, Ismark suddenly snaps to. His head clears, and the skeletons are still on him. And he's like, "Okay, Baron, you can get these guys off me now. I'm not sure what happened, but I'm back. It's me. It's Ismark."
Is this a trick?
No. Something. It's just clarity. I've just had clarity. I'm not sure. I think Strad charms me. And he
No,
does.
We've seen this before.
He does have sort of his vision has come back. His eyes aren't glazed over anymore. He is looking a lot clearer.
Yes, and I would have done identify on him anyway.
Okay, cool.
To see what kind of spell it was. 'Cause it's a ritual that takes 10 minutes, and I didn't have much to do.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. But you've all noticed as this is happening, the carriage is coming to a halt as Triceratops? What was it?
Triceracan.
Is slowing down. That little tingling all over her Triceratops body is sort of warning her that the spell is fading, and she brings it to a halt just below with the windmill just above you, a few dozen feet above you, and the carriage comes to a stop. And American, you slowly form back into the shape of your elven form. And the skeleton, as you're shape-shifting, dismounts your back quickly as you move away from Triceratops form. But you're now just you're just sitting now on this hillside, leading down back towards Valaki.
Well,
You did well, American. That was fast.
I've never been this kind of creature before in my life.
I have
Bill,
no idea what that was.
That was sweet. I don't know what it
Bill,
was. but
bravo!
It was cool.
I thought we were done for.
You
Yeah.
see the revenants as well? You got the revenants.
Yes, I did jump on them a little bit, but I had to keep moving.
Thank you very much for that.
You could probably ascertain that they're at the speed they were going versus the speed that you're going. It's going to take easily another hour before they'd catch up to where you.
Oh
where you
man, an hour? Today is not our day.
What is our plan?
I should also say that as I come out of this Triceratops form, I'm quite injured. That poison arrow really did a number on me, and I'm looking rather sickly. And exhausted from all the running.
Sweetie.
I'm looking sweaty, if I'm honest.
And the rain
How are
is
you all?
the rain is definitely cooling you off as you make your way into the carriage to see the rest of the group.
Irina, are you okay?
Yes, I'm worried about Morley. Do you guys have any idea? Have you dealt with this kind of thing before? Like what happened?
What's wrong with him?
I don't know. I've been trying to talk to him, and I don't think he can hear. I don't think he can see. So I can't get any information from him.
Oh no.
I'm gonna try to message Morley.
Okay, message. Is that a
No.
yeah? How is that worded?
It does say that it's a whisper.
It's a whisper.
Yeah,
Is it a whisper in his head, or like how is it worded?
I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
Right,
it
so
had
can-
who's Jeremy Crawford or something answered this question.
You point your
Yeah,
finger towards.
I think it probably is like an auditory thing.
I mean, if it's auditory, then unfortunately
Who's to know?
Wait, didn't we look it up and we
DM's
said it would
DM's
work?
rule.
Oh, I can't remember.
No, it wouldn't. I thought it would.
the
No,
target.
I don't think it would work. But I think
So
I
you
think Bill would still try.
because it does say you physically whisper the message. It says you point your finger within range and whisper a message. The target and only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only. So it is a very physical back and forth. But it's a spell that only one person hears instead of everybody hearing. So I'm unfortunately going to say that that's not something that can be worked.
So I'm gonna go, Psst, Molly, can you hear me?
I've tried.
And then when he doesn't reply,
Bill, I've tried everything. What
no, I
happened?
mean I'm using the message. And then when he doesn't reply, I just want to say, he's deaf all right. Not even my spell can reach him.
I don't know how.
I'm going to
You know what? I
cast
don't know how.
Identify on him.
I don't know how I feel about ruling it that way. What's the point of a magical spell that isn't magical hearing? Did you
Really
guys
good throw, just
did-
really good voice throwing.
did you guys do some research into
Yeah,
this?
we
Because
looked it up.
obviously I don't know. It doesn't work.
There's
Okay.
a
All right.
what do they call it? The Twitter.
Sage advice. Jeremy Crawford, one of the creators of the game.
All right. I will go from one of the I'll let one of the creators of the game rule this one. So what was you're going to do? Identify. Sorry.
Be your own man. Be your own man.
It's more of a guide than a rule set.
It's worn off. I'll cast Identify, and if I do it on a creature, I learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it. I probably would have done that during the ride too, I suppose. Like,
I'm just having a quick look. It doesn't. So it only tells you if it's a spell and what kind of spell it is.
yeah.
Okay, so
A magical effect.
you've cast this and you're not getting anything back in regards to a spell, which is baffling to you. You normally
Yeah.
blindness or deafness is caused by a physical thing or by magic, and it doesn't seem to be a spell that's caused this.
Well, it's not a spell, guys. It's come on pretty quickly.
Maybe it's just a coincidence.
No.
Could be a
It's
Do
no
you know of
coincidence.
anything that causes blindness?
It's the Vistani curse. It's
What?
Aragel. Aragel would have done this.
That bastard! Of course it was him. Did you see the look on his face?
And he shot you.
He did probably, from what I understand of the different Vistani curse, it sounds like he's hit Morley with one of the worst.
Curse.
We have to help Morley immediately. What can be done?
How do you remove a curse?
Well, we need to find someone who can.
I mean, I have some healing spells. Do healing spells work on it?
I believe there are certain spells that can remove curses. I don't know if do you have anything that can remove blindness or deafness? Do you have anything that... Have you read anything in your travels in regards to removing curses or spells that can do such a thing?
I believe I have.
Friends.
Friendship. I'll cure him with the
Friends.
power
Did he
of
just say
friendship.
friends?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he knows we're around him.
Morley, everyone in this carriage now is that light blue except for Irina, who is still that pinkish shade. And even that swirly purple has now turned into a bluish shade.
Help. Drink. Go.
Tie him up.
Bill.
We'll just tie him up and leave him on the side of the road.
I can
Get
do
a new
speak with-
Morley.
I can do speak with dead. There's just one problem.
He's still
dead.
alive.
Now,
I'm gonna take
Just
a.
as I'm saying friends, Baron's like, we should kill him.
Just flickers from blue for a little bit. No, that's back to blue.
no,
It's back.
I mean well.
I'm gonna take a quill from my backpack without ink on it, no ink, and then I'm gonna gently grab Morley's arm and I'm gonna write along his forearm.
Okay, what are you going to write?
I'm just gonna say, "Are you okay?"
Um,
And then I'm gonna put my arm in his and hand him the pen.
I mean, he can still talk.
he can still talk. He just can't hear or see. So,
That's true.
but if you want him to write on your arm, that you can do that as well.
Would be
I just
nice.
thought it'd be cute.
Morley, your
Going on.
experience. Yeah, you feel your arm being grabbed and your sleeve being rolled up, and you can feel something sort of sharp, but not too sharp.
Help.
Start scratching a message into your arm. Can you just give me a perception roll with advantage, since you obviously got heightened sense of touch right now?
Yeah, of course my character is in an advantageous state. What was it?
Perception.
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I thought it was, yeah. 17 plus 1.
Yeah,
18.
great. So you make out the message. Bill has you concentrate when you realize what's happening. You
Arr.
concentrate. Yeah.
You okay? Are you okay? I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I don't know who this is, but I'm not okay. I can't hear. I can't see. I can feel. I can taste. I can smell. I can't see, and I can't hear a thing. This is
Ooh,
forever,
Bill.
isn't it?
Bill, write
This is
Vistani
forever.
curse. And we will help you. Right, we will help you. Bill, we're going to help him. We're going to help him. Oh.
I'll write.
Forever.
I'll write. It's Bill.
Here we go.
Another one. Here we
This is
go.
arm.
I'm just gonna keep on writing over the top of it.
There's
It's
no
Bill.
ink on
A
it. Yeah,
sick
yeah.
tattoo at the end of it.
It's Bill. There's no ink. It's Bill.
Oh.
You're with us. Vistani curse.
Bill. Oh, Bill. I am with you, amongst friends. A curse. Curse will. Oh dear.
Put the
Oh,
bit
no.
about helping him.
How do I get better? How will I be freed from the curse?
That
I'm
is
just
a
gonna
good
write.
question.
I'm just gonna write. We're working on it.
Yeah, that's pretty much all we can give him right now.
What?
And then I'm just going to turn to the party and say, I think
You
we
don't
should
know?
go to the.
You don't know.
I think we should go to the Holy Man in Valaki.
I'm gonna address Ismark and say, Ismark, I do have some healing magics that can restore senses that have been dulled. But I cannot use them until tomorrow. I have not prepared them for this day. Do you think there's a chance they would work?
I don't know. I've never had to deal with removing one of these curses before, let alone one that has taken so much from one person. What does your spell do?
Well, I can heal afflictions such as blindness, deafness.
I don't see why that wouldn't work. Bill, you mentioned Father Lucian. Maybe.
Yeah, I thought maybe we could just head towards Father Lucian and get his opinion.
Yes.
We're going to need a safe place to sleep anyway.
It's a better place than any to begin, I think. Mirakin, I think.
Yes.
Irina, is Irina okay? Is Irina okay? Someone.
Bill, tell him. Tell him I'm here. I'm okay.
I'm gonna give Irina the quill.
Irina can just kiss him again.
And she just blushes because she sort of realizes she's in like the carriage with everybody. It's pretty intimate in this right now, and she blushes and puts her head down and just reaches out to touch Morley's hands.
Just kisses.
Zip.
I hope that's Irina.
But what are we going to do about the carriage?
Well, I think I would have got the skeletons to start pulling, and just say, it's probably not top speed or anything, but they don't get tired, and maybe people can get out and walk.
Here's what I think. I think we need to heal Morley as soon as possible. I can help him tomorrow, but we should head to someone else first so we can heal him as soon as possible. I can still turn into a horse again one more time today. So let us make haste. For 1 hour?
So you can only do it for an hour?
I think it might go up with the druid level. I have to look it up. Sometime.
Because from where you are right now, it's about 3 hours at normal speed. If you were back in warhorse form and you're going at like 100 feet a turn, you'd probably get there in an hour and a half, maybe. Actually, you'd get there in about an hour if you're traveling at warhorse, like sprinting speed.
Hang on.
Plus, it's all downhill.
So. Okay, so I can actually stay in shape for 4 hours.
Okay, you're fine. So you can even go slowly if you wanted to.
Can you drift?
I won't.
Why would you want to go slowly?
Yeah, Molly will be fine.
Yeah.
Just hit along the road at a canter.
Yeah.
No, we're going to boost. We got to help Morley.
Okay, cool. What I'm going to get from... Okay, yeah, so are you just jumping to it? Are you getting out back into the rain?
Yeah.
Cool. You take...
And I'll be like, this time, cover me against arrows. Humiliating. Absolutely humiliating.
And the carriage door is closed, and you see Mirakin head towards the front of the carriage and transforming on her way towards the front of the carriage. And the carriage jolts as Mirakin grabs into her mouth one of the horse bits and starts pulling the carriage behind her. And it's only a matter of seconds before she's going at full pace down the hill towards the Svellich Woods. Now, on your way through Mirakin, I'm going to need to get... you do spot numerous wolves on the road back into Valaki. So if you want to do the same sort of thing that you did to the Revenants, you're more than welcome to.
You mean hit them?
Yeah. Although, so that was with Triceratops, isn't it? So you've got...
But I do actually have a trampling charge as a warhorse.
Great. So yeah, there's near the bottom of this hill, just as it gets into the Svellich Woods, there are a couple of wolves with their teeth bared waiting for you.
Oh my goodness.
And the rest of you can do something as well if you want. I just don't think it needs to be
Yes.
turn order.
I'm going to whinny at the top of my horse lungs to alert everyone and move in for a trampling charge.
Okay, great. And Baron and Bill, you look out the windows to notice off in the distance, just as the tree line starts nearing, 2 wolves on the path, sort of trying their best to block their way. They're just normal wolves.
Okay. I guess the skeletons will be sitting up on the top of the roof, and they can try and shoot with their bow and arrows,
Yeah,
and they can
yeah.
try and do chill touch. Or
Okay, give us some rolls to hit with 4 of the skeletons.
okay. One, I don't have a 4. Okay, 1. Oh, I guess there's 5 of them. So I got a 24, a 20, a 17, 11, 22.
They all hit.
Nice.
They all hit.
Wow.
Okay.
So just roll damage for each of those.
Okay. And we got 8, 7, 8, 7, 7.
15, 37. That kills both of them. Just these arrows just rain down and your chill touch shoots out. And these wolves are just destroyed by these arrows. American, you've sort of put your head down ready to hit. And you notice that as you get closer, just their dead corpses now lying in front of you as you power over the top of them and into the darkness of these woods. There are numerous moments where you spot these wolves darting out to try and nip at your flank. But begin crushed by the wagon wheels. And it's maybe 3 or 4 of these moments along your way where each time you spot a wolf, it either gets crunched between the wagon wheels under hoof or is taken out by shots from Bill, Ismark, and the Baron and the skeletons. And you arrive at the eastern gates of Vallaki with new scratches down Ismark's previously beautiful wagon, looking a lot more like it fits into Barovia than ever before. Let's move you on to Vallaki. At the gates, what time of the day is it now? Shoot.
Oh, you know what? I'm actually, for the first time, I'm glad to be deaf and blind.
You guys have had a really busy day. You were at 9 o'clock. You were way off towards climbing Mount Gakis, and then you were back another 3 hours back to camp. Then another 4 hours. You were all sitting here at like almost sundown at this point, exhausted after traveling all over the lands of Barovia. And at the gates is a familiar face. Oh, looks like the carriage has had a bit of fun there, guys. You guys look. Where'd you get this amazing horse from? It looks wonderful, huge, big horse. This one. Yeah.
I'm gonna take the quill and say, arrived at Vallaki. It's Greg.
It's only sensory input.
Just to make his day that little bit worse.
I'm just gonna yell, "Not that Pellic!" Loud enough so that could be heard outside. Though.
Oh, is that more? Okay, sorry. Oh, all right. Okay. Well, I'm sorry if Greg's overstayed his welcome. Let me see you through. Come on in. Things are
It's
okay.
okay. He can't hear you or see you at the moment. You're
Oh,
fine. You're
he can't-
fine, Greg.
Is everything all right with him?
No, he can't see or hear at the moment.
Right. I probably could have pieced that together. I guess. Thank you. Where's that little elven lady of yours? She all right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, well, I feel like Greg isn't really wanted at this point in tonight's session. So what I'll do is feel free to
Greg.
come in. All right, bye.
Hey, Greg. Always a pleasure, Greg. Love to see you.
And we're still
I
dressed
hope,
like
I hope you're on
rugged
duty
people.
next time we're coming through.
Okay, if one of us dies, they have to play as Greg.
Yeah,
No.
perfect.
God, I hope Molly dies.
Let's hurry to where I'm hurriedly trotting towards Father Lucian's church.
Okay, great. Just Vallaki is pretty much in the same state that you left it this morning.
Very good.
The rain is just creating large puddles in the streets, and these bodies of dead wolves are just being soaked by the rain at this point.
Dead bodies.
Dead bodies of wolves. They've been like stacking up these wolf bodies.
I'm keeping my eyes out for dead bodies of people.
There are no. You've been like. Well, give me a investigation roll as you've been going through the Svelich Woods and Vallaki.
Okay. Here we go. D20 plus 8. A 1.
So, unfortunately, you haven't seen anything other than dead wolf carcasses. You saw some like a torn pair of pants at one point, and that was about it.
Oh.
Yeah, there was no one attached to them. Strangely.
Oh.
Just some split pants.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna say that was just his mark though.
You're just getting rid of the soiled ones.
So we are still dressed as rug people.
All of you except Morley, who took it off to get stealthy. He wanted to be stealthy. But the rest of you are still all dressed in your... It's very hot, actually, to be honest. It's very hot gear. It was made for very winter climates. And you make your way towards the Vallaki church, a church you guys haven't stepped foot in for days now. For days. American, you see this church, you pull up alongside the doorway and bring the carriage to a halt.
Yep. I transform out of being a horse.
All right. You do that.
I do that. Bill?
I was just going to ask a question about the church. Does the church have the same scratchings on it that the rest of the houses have? Sorry if you already covered this.
The church has been attacked numerous times, but you may remember that nothing's ever been able to get into it, thanks to the bones of Saint Andrel that are buried beneath its floorboards. But it still has scratches all over it.
Outside of it.
Yeah, just on the outside.
Let's get Morley inside. Irina, help me guide him. We've got to get him to the father now.
Yes, certainly. And Irina takes Morley by the arm and tries to stand him up to his feet.
Be careful with me. I can't see where I'm going.
And
Irina?
she just places her hand over your heart and just gives it like a little pat. And goes back to just sort of holding one of your arms and trying to guide your body with your arm, and takes you to the edge of the carriage, and you can feel and see her shape, that pinkish glow, take a step down, and you start following her steps down outside of the carriage, and sort of you're still not 100% sure where you are, but the hilt at your side is pulsing with this kind of this feeling of comfort. It's letting you know to be relaxed. You're sensing it's telling you that it's okay.
I don't know where we are right now. I hope everyone is okay. I'm not.
Thanks for the reminder there. Let's call out for the father immediately, unless anyone else has something else more urgent than helping Morley gain his senses. Father!
And there's the doors to the church open, and the familiar face of Lucian, his bald head, his grey hair, and a very stern look on his face, stands in the doorway, looking out, and he says, "Whoa! What's the matter? What's happening?"
Father Lucian, can you help us? We have a cursed man, a Vistani cursed Morley.
Oh, right away. Oh, absolutely. And he comes running out and grabs onto your Morley's other arm and both him and you just see another blue form moving towards you, Morley, and moving onto your other arm, and Irina just gives you another pat, just over where your heart is.
Baron, you've been working out.
And they guide you slowly up the stairs of this church and out of the rain. You finally feel that rain
I'm inside.
move off from the top of you. Let's just bring up some church sounds. And the rest of you follow Morley, Irina, and Father Lucian into the church. And Lucian sort of says to Irina, "Please help me sit him down over here." And Irina and Lucian move you towards you can see some faint auras of just sort of like really, really light blues and like almost desaturated blues. Like you can't really make out who they are, what they are, but there are other people in this church with you. The rest of you, you're seeing some of the familiar faces of kids, some of the kids running around. Scallywag is also in here. And he comes in and starts and just runs towards Mirakin and starts sort of like circling around and around Mirakin's feet before running off and sort of getting underneath Morley's feet. Morley, you look down and it's just this incredibly saturated blue in the shape of that small sausage dog.
Can it be? Scallywag. Good boy, the goodest boy.
and soon enough, you've been seated down and onto a hard wooden pew, and you can feel Scallywag's feet on your knee, and you reach down and he starts licking at your hand.
Irina?
Look, it could be at this point. Who knows? And
Chris, man.
He starts making out with Scallywag.
Are we alone?
Scallywag starts sniffing around his crotch, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't know we were quite there yet."
I would like to think I can tell the difference between a human woman and a small dog.
No, I wouldn't.
The wishful thinking can actually do a great deal towards, your perception.
What a wet nose.
All healthy women have wet noses.
A bit of a cold there, Irina.
Father Lucian looks up to the rest of you and says, "Well, tell me what's happened. What's happened to the poor man?"
This bastard, Christopher Argyle did this.
Haven't heard of him.
Oh,
He's a
you know
Vistani.
him. This Vistani man from the camp down south. Bastard.
You've angered, you've upset a Vistana.
Oh, yes.
He upset us. Really.
And he's been cursed.
Yes. Can you help us?
I might be able to help. Yes. And he sort of walks around. I just need to think for a minute. I haven't needed this for quite some time. This could be tough. And he walks off, back down through all the pews and into one of the side rooms that you've passed as you enter this church. He comes out. He bursts out with a small book in his hand. And he's like, I need to remember the words. And he stands, he paces in front of Morley for a bit as he flicks through this book, trying to find exactly what it is he's looking for. And he says, one at a time. Okay, all right. We'll start with his hearing. And he places one hand on Morley's shoulder, and he brings this book up in front of him, and he starts speaking just quietly to himself, whispering these words over and over, and then traces his hand from Morley's shoulder up to his ear, And Morley, you're feeling you've got that shape in front of you, this blue, saturated blue in front of you, and you can feel and see this shape on the side of your shoulder. And you can't hear what he's saying, but as he slowly traces up your neck and towards your ear, you can start hearing the whispering within the church. And you can start hearing some of the voices and the footsteps of people moving around, the creaking of some of the wooden pews. And soon enough, all of the sound comes back to you.
I can hear! I can hear! Somebody say something!
Welcome back!
Hurricane! I can hear you!
Morley, can you hear me?
Irina! Oh, sweet Irina. I was so worried about you, Irina. I
I'm
can
all-
hear. I
I'm
can't
okay.
see, though. I'm still blind. I'm going to be blind forever, aren't I? This is it. This is as good as it gets for old Morley.
No. It's all right. It's all right.
Brother Lucian? Where did you come from, you cheeky sausage?
Cheeky sausage.
It's I think I this has taken quite its toll on me, but if you can give me a minute, I might be able to help you with your sight as well.
Oh, please, Father Lucian. Without my sight, I'm nothing.
And he's clearly exhausted from whatever it was that he had to do to give you back your hearing. He says, "Please just give me a moment. I'll be right back."
What? Where's he going? Irina?
And he just walks over to a pew, and he just sits down, and he's looking through the book again, just to basically find whatever it is that he's looking for. But he's looking instantly more tired. He's got now bags under his eyes where he didn't seem to have them before. This has taken a bit of a toll on him.
Where's he gone? Irina, has he gone?
He's here. He's just it's obviously taken it out of him. He's obviously casting he's doing a spell or something to try and help you out. Does any of the rest of you have anything that you could use to help this last bit, or
Could give him some cocaine.
Peruvian blow?
Peruvian
I
blow.
could cast Healing Word on him if he's looking fatigued, but I don't know if he's looking sick per se, just tired.
Yeah, he's just looking. He doesn't look like he's being physically harmed for it. Just fatigued from something.
I
like
can give
this.
him a back rub. Does he need a back rub?
Do you need a cup of tea, Father Lucian? We're in a bit of a hurry.
I'll have a cup of tea, Father.
A back rub would be pretty sweet.
I'll give him a back rub.
Not skeletons.
I'm just desperate to help. I'll do anything. Here. Let me massage the fatigue out of your jaw.
Okay.
I'm going to give him a vigorous shoulder rub.
Yeah. What's Bill up to?
Just watching this vigorous shoulder up, I guess.
So Bill,
Yeah.
moving into this church has been pretty good. Like your spirituality with the Morning Lord has, you haven't really delved into it too much in the last couple of days, but the last time you were in this church, you became convinced that the Morning Lord was now looking over you lot. And you've just seen Father Lucian use what you can only assume is the power of the Morning Lord to help restore Morley's hearing.
I knew it. I knew if we came here, the Morning Lord would save us.
Bill, the Morning Lord? Is the Morning Lord helping me, Bill?
He is. That's why you can hear me. He's working through Father Lucian.
The Morning Lord, he is powerful and he is with us here today in this church. And hearing you mention him, Bill, sort of revives him, as well as the amazing. Give me a performance roll on the shoulder rub there, Joe.
Performance roll.
Yeah.
Me and my -1 charisma will make great work of this. -1.
Surely it's dexterity for a.
No, there's a certain element of performance. I think that's the right
Yeah,
call. I've
yeah.
rolled an 11 total.
Yeah, so Lucian says,
okay.
"The Morning Lord is clearly with us here today, Bill. I'm sure you can feel it. And with this pretty okay back rub, I think I'm ready to give this
Take it.
I'm gonna
this another try.
raise one hand up and just bring out my holy symbol of Ravenkind and just put both hands up as Father Lucian performs yet another miracle.
Bill, can you be here by my side as we perform this ritual on dear Morley?
Yes, Father.
I need you to believe. I need you to, while I say
Oh,
these
I
words,
believe.
I need you to believe.
I believe as well.
And Father Lucian again stands in front of Morley. Bill, please, can you place your hands over Morley's eyes while I speak the Morning Lord's words?
I clasp the symbol of Ravenkind in Father Lucian's hand, and I put my other hand over Morley's eyes.
Okay.
Jesus, I don't want to be reblinded.
You can't get any more blind, Morley.
Morley, you're hearing everything that's happening, Ben. You're seeing the bluish shapes of both Bill and Father Lucian in front of you, and you're now seeing nothing but blue as Bill's hand passes over your eyes, and you can hear Father Lucian whispering these words and the turning of pages again, and then suddenly it all just goes black. You're seeing black now instead of seeing nothing. You're not seeing the blues and the auras from different people. You're now seeing just black. And Father Lucian says, "Okay, Bill, please remove your hand from Morley's face." And Bill removes his hand. And Morley, you open your eyes, and actually the moment Bill's hand removes, you now see that kind of light through eyelids pink that you can see, and you open your eyes to see the dark kind of gross interior of this church, but the friendly and familiar faces all around you. You now have your sight back. What also happens, this is as an aside, you guys don't see this. You guys, as players, will see this, but the characters will not. We cut, and we are back in the rain, and Aragel is riding on his horse, still bleeding from those arrow wounds, heading back. We can see that he's heading back towards Vallaki, and he just passes the windmill at the top of the hill when his eyes roll back into his skull, and he just falls dead off his horse.
Oh, what?
What?
Whoa.
Eat shit.
Oh, that's a great bonus.
Morley's just in the church. It's beautiful. Everything's beautiful. And Irina, you look more beautiful than ever before.
And
the rest of you look good.
Irina, ecstatic. Irina, absolutely ecstatic that you can see and hearing these words from you. She's been next to you this entire way, this entire 2-hour journey back from never knowing if you'll ever be able to see or hear again, is filled with happiness. A tear rolls down her face, and she just grabs you, Morley, and she just kisses you.
Oh.
On the mouth, yes.
And it's in the church, so that means you're married.
You're married now. And that's where we're gonna call it for the night.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Thank you, team. Thanks for helping me, and Father Lucian, and Bill for your holiness. Holiness.
Your faith.
Yeah.
Coolio's in the chat says, "Is the Morning Lord okay with Bill having the..." Coolio. 90s Coolio is...
Wow.
Is the Morning Lord okay with Bill having the blood spear? That's a pretty terrifying... Yeah. That was an awesome session, by the way, guys. That was super cool.
Wow. The Triceratops was fucking dope.
Yes. Yeah. And you used your inspiration, Joe. That was awesome.
I did.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything, but I used it.
Yeah. we'll throw it out to the chat. Who? First of all, who doesn't have a point of inspiration? So I know Joe doesn't now. Is it just Joe? It's just Joe.
I have.
Yeah, everyone's got one.
I don't have a.
Oh, you don't have one?
Oh, come on. It's going to be Bill. MVP with
I
the
think
spells.
I think that Triceratops.
Easy.
I think the Triceratops, and I'm going to take this away from the chat because I
Agree.
liked there was the trying to use
Give us any,
message,
take it away.
trying to use message, even though he'd already researched it wasn't going to work. He thought he'd just give that a cheeky little try anyway. But then also the Triceratops and the writing on the arm as well. So Bill.
It wasn't
please.
a cheeky try. It was what Bill would do.
And
Yeah,
also, it the thing that... What was it one? The one that Bocephalus had spirals in his eyes because of? That was a lifesaver
that was
too.
last
Yeah.
session. But...
Still, I'm just saying,
Yeah,
Bill
yeah.
spell
That
saved
was
the
your
day.
last session.
yeah,
singing.
Yeah. No, honestly, yeah, well deserved this session, John. So feel free to chuck that onto your character sheet. Jerison So says, nah, Morley MVP. I feel like this person has been in before and is just like obsessed with Morley, which look, I get. I totally
taste,
get
yeah.
that.
Wasn't there someone that was really obsessed with Morley?
This is
early
it.
on?
This is them. They're back.
Oh,
is
welcome
them.
back.
Welcome back.
He's
Calzone
very
says,
effective, Molly.
Calzone says Bill MVP. Yeah, it was good. That was an awesome session.
thanks,
There was so very little that was prepared for that session, which was really fun.
Great DMing.
I had no idea you guys were going to go to Father Lucian. I had no idea if Father Lucian could help, so I had to quickly look up to see if he actually had anything he could help with, and it turns out he did, and
Nice.
and enough spell slots to help. So it just worked out.
He saved me having to prepare that spell and Morley having to go through the night.
What spell was the one that you were going to prepare?
Well, I was going to try Lesser Restoration,
Right, which is
a spell I've never used before, and I didn't realize I had it until I looked through the ones that I haven't got prepared.
right. So this is Father Lucian had Lesser Restoration.
Right.
So you
go.
managed to find. So there were a few people that could have helped you, but you found one that I wasn't even aware could help you. So that's
Next
that's awesome.
person that gets blinded will know.
Yeah,
What we can do.
yeah,
Lesser restoration. That was good.
yeah. That was super
Yeah.
cool.
I've never prepared it because we don't often have that happen to us. We
No.
don't normally have status effects
Thankfully.
happen to us that are like super devastating. So I've never thought to prepare it.
Yeah,
Maybe I should
wonder if-
prepare it.
it's you
I wonder
guys.
if it'd be.
I don't think you guys have much in
10
the
minutes.
way of healing stuff other than healing word and cure wounds, right? You've got HP reviving spells,
Yeah.
but that's kind of it.
I guess because we've played lower level so far, status effects haven't come into play that much. Is that even the right term for it in D&D? I'm just talking from other RPGs.
Conditions, I think they're called.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'll just have a quick thank you to Passive Perception, who raided us with 10 viewers about 45 minutes ago. Sorry I didn't stop and thank you for the raid, but it was very much appreciated. And M. Burness cheered with 95 bits and Random Origins was 72. Thank you guys so much for those. And Aragel's dead.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah. He must have put his life force into the curse. Idiot.
Oh, it's so cool that his eyes just rolled back into his skull. He fell off his horse.
Where's the horse from? Where
Actually,
did the horse?
that's a good point.
He was riding his dead horse,
He was just in the same spot on the horse on the ground.
waiting for it to go.
Come on, go.
Go,
Just
get
kicking
up.
it to go.
Get up, you stupid beast. I bet he
Flogging
was
it.
abusing. Yeah.
Sorry, actually, you're right,
Flogging the
American.
dead horse.
I
He was whipping
I completely ruined that awesome image for anyone who was paying any attention.
Okay.
He could have been riding a big wolf.
He wasn't.
Nah.
I
And
fucking
I
you know, the
prefer
sad
to
thing
know.
What
is-
if he's getting? What if he's getting dubbed on Bocephalus
true.
With
He's getting
Strad.
what? Dumped on.
with Strad? Dubbed, when you
Is he
dub someone
riding on the
line.
head?
Yeah.
Is
Like
he
sitting on
front
the
dub or back dub?
sitting on the steering on the handlebars.
Oh, so
Like
sitting on
ET.
Bocephalus's head.
What if it's riding with? Okay, I'll say more plainly. What if it's riding with Strad on this?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I think the sad thing is that when he was coming back to chase us, he actually killed both revenants along the way.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
I'm really
tragic.
glad. Yeah.
They're after him, but he died.
with his poison crossbow.
That poisonous arrow
That-
messed American
yeah.
up.
That's the thing with turning into a beast. Like, most of the beasts have very low HP and not a very good armor class.
Right,
I
right.
think that would have killed me, even at full health points.
Yeah, I mean, like
Yeah,
I
it
said,
was huge.
if you hadn't rolled the Constitution roll so well, Joe, it would have been another 27 points.
So, yeah, it would have killed me if I wasn't a horse. So, what was the total damage? 50?
It was 54 plus,
Yeah.
then the other damage. So it was
Yeah,
54
that would have
poison
dropped me.
and 16 piercing. So it would have been 70 points of damage.
Yeah, if that had just hit me as an elf, I would have been straight to a dying state.
That's almost
even
enough to
without
kill
the
me.
extra.
I think that
What?
would kill any of
Outright.
us.
As in, like, no death saving throws.
Yeah, because I know I've got 42. So if you go
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's
84,
not too far away.
then I would just die.
Dang.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Like, Strahd's right there and a
Fucking
poison arrow
to
got
the
you.
ass.
That guy was no joke, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
If that's how mighty Christopher Argyle is, just imagine the sort of damage Strahd's going to dish out when
Yeah,
he starts getting
I'm-
fucked off.
I am quitting the game after this, to be honest.
Let's just go live up on a mountain.
Well,
Pretty
Mount
much.
Gakis is still waiting.
We're dressed for
Into
it.
the mists.
Peace.
Gakis. Coolio says, can we see the bunny? Because there's bunnies around.
Well,
We
where's
can't
they gone?
we can't pick them up. They won't like that.
I don't pick them up. They fight like the devil. They do not enjoy
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Come back, bunny.
Yeah, I thought where we were going to be by the end of tonight, like a couple of weeks ago, where I thought we were going to be tonight, was that you wouldn't have the Sunblade or Irina. That's kind of where I thought it was going to head. But that mage hand getting the Sunblade, amazing, and the efforts to
Agree.
get that carriage out of there, just fucking spot on, just absolutely
Almost as
awesome.
good.
Now, the pressing question in my mind is, are we still invited to dinner? Because I feel like maybe we might be retracting the invite, which is a little upsetting.
Well, it's in
How's he
writing.
going to retract the invite? Is he going to be like, you guys can't come to my birthday party anymore?
You'll have to wait and see. You'll have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, yeah.
What are you guys like? Are you guys even interested? Like, what is your plans from now?
Finishing the campaign.
Luckily, it didn't get to plan C.
I want to know what plans.
Don't
you
tell
want.
him. Don't tell
I
him.
know,
Why
goddamn.
not? Why not?
Because we might have to use it in the future, or we might want a surprise.
That's true.
I wouldn't metagame.
No, don't tell him.
No, it's a terrible plan anyway.
It actually is a
Damn.
terrible
I
plan, but also
think-
kind of fun and epic, but also the
You're
worst.
okay. You're not. It's not that you're ruining it for me. You're ruining it for our viewers right now, who would love to know.
Well, they'll find out.
Okay.
We'll tell them at the end of the campaign.
Yeah,
if they
yeah.
subscribed.
Yeah, if they subscribe and
if you
be
send
on
me
our
$100.
Patreon.
Oh, that could be a cool Patreon reward.
Yeah,
they could get
can we-
some sort of access to our plans.
Oh, we could make a.
Only plans.
I mean, like a no DM, like a no DM Discord channel where you guys can talk with the players.
We already have that.
No, but
Oh, is
we're
that a secret?
I know you guys have got that one, but I mean, so you can like have the players, sorry, have the viewers or the Patreons being able to read that, because at the moment it's just you
Yeah.
guys.
But they can't contribute. That would be ideal.
We can do that as well. We can totally do that. We can give them access, but without the ability to post, which can give give them a look into. Although then,
tier.
I don't know.
Where do they have what? Are you talking about no DM allowed?
yeah, I'm saying we could give Patreon.
Nah. It has to be a separate.
That's a terrible
thing, right?
place. I would never go in there willingly.
Okay, we'll flag that. I don't think. Obviously, it's all right. It's fine.
I think you missed what Shannon pitched it being called, though.
Oh.
Only plans.
Right.
The
Right. I like
That's
that.
amazing.
We should actually rename the No DM Allowed to Only plans. I like that.
That's right. As for our real
if you
plan,
posted that, I was just gonna say, if you posted that picture though, that would be pretty great. Like the note that you wrote out, that would be pretty good
right.
Patreon content
sometime.
with the plan on it. Not like the back and forth and us being just a bit useless,
Yeah.
or me being a bit useless.
Actually, maybe
No,
if you're
yeah.
like a Patreon, you can just DM Shannon.
Yeah. Yeah. Send me some money.
But honestly, like,
I have my own Patreon.
what are
Setting
you
up my
guys planning? As in, what's next? What's it? Because at the moment, I got nothing.
Yeah.
I have no idea what to plan.
That's a good
So I need to
question.
know
I
what you
think
guys are doing.
I would suggest going to do what we were trying to do before,
Yeah.
which is go up
I
the
reckon.
mountain.
Right.
Yeah. Just go
And
back
then-
up Gakis.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got to see what that's like. We're all dressed for it. And also, I think we have to muster our forces. So everyone that we've assisted or had all these hints like this dragon head or something, if we can get stronger that way, maybe one or two things, then Strad time, I think.
Yeah, we need to get stronger. We do.
Yeah, we
So
definitely.
we've got a few things. We've got that sunblade. We've got the Bill's sun medallion.
Okay, so I
Disco
thought the
medallion.
medallion was going to come into play. I thought that was going to come into play at some point tonight.
It was in the plan, but we boosted out of there.
Yeah, fair enough. Was that plan
I
C?
elected to go
That's part of
Triceratops
plan A.
instead of that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Look at us actually following a plan.
No, it's never happened
Wow.
before.
So the only thing with going up the mountain is the guy, what's his name, Casimir, is probably back at his camp now. He has got no idea what happened with you
We'll
lot.
go get him.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we're
We'll
only
go
delayed
get
by a
him. Come on
day.
now.
That is true. It's only a day.
Where are our horses?
You guys left them close to the Vistani camp anyway.
Yeah.
You tied them up and sort of decided the
We'll
skeletons
pick
were the way to
them up
go.
on the way.
Yeah.
I need some dead bodies.
Well, let's go.
Well,
get
you are heading
revenge
to the
on
Vistani
Vistanis. We'll make a few corpses for you.
Yeah.
So the other thing I wanted to ask as well, Adam, this was very possibly going to be a really challenging episode or session for you. How did it go? Did you enjoy it?
Well, I will say that I won the top prize at Sixth Form Drama, so it's an accomplished actor. No,
That is
it's
good.
not gone down well. I was
I'm actually impressed.
Yeah.
I was only because there was one guy ahead of me in the class, and he was ahead real far, and he mistook when the final exam was.
Oh,
So
did
he
you
got
trick him?
written off. No, I didn't. But I do remember seeing him online after I got home from the exam. I'm like, "Where the fuck were you?" And he's like, "What? It's tomorrow, isn't it?" And I was like, "No, we've just had it." And he was devastated.
Oh, no.
Didn't get the points. There was no allowance made, so I won the top prize.
Oh
Anyway,
my god.
a lot of people would have said I was, more deserving of it. Anyway, his mum wrote to the teacher and got him some more points on his day. We don't need to go there. So I thought it was going to be
Name him.
shit,
Yeah,
actually.
here we are.
Genuinely, like from when it happened, I was like, "Oh, this is going to be shit playing a character he can't see and can't hear. I won't be able to
Yeah.
interact with anyone."
Yeah.
And then when we were discussing message, particularly, because I thought message was going to be the saving grace, and when I think it might have been Bill was like, "Oh, I could use message," and then Bill also researched it. John, sorry, he's so in the character. When that was off the table, I was like, yeah, it's going to be dumb until it's lifted, and I didn't know how it would be lifted. I thought it was a spell that would have to be broken.
Right.
I like the solution you came up with the sword showing some shapes and
Yeah.
that was cool.
Okay.
yeah.
That was great. That allowed me to feel present in the situation as the character, when before I was thinking, well, I'm kind of just in this black silent box, like not knowing what's happening around me. But I also didn't want to be constantly just going, "Oh," the whole time, because that would have been shit.
Just get into an exhausted state and pass out. Screaming.
I was genuinely thinking maybe I just we get back to a tavern and I just drink myself to death.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Because Morley's a recovered alcoholic who hasn't touched stuff in a long time, and my plan was that this was going to be the thing that drove me back to
commit suicide.
to drink.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Wow,
Okay, well,
glad that didn't happen.
I did have another solution up my sleeve as well, which was going to be a lot darker. But I'm not going to go into what that was going to. Just like you guys are holding back Plan C, this is mine for detailing at a later date as well.
We're also holding Plan B.
Plan B as well.
Were you going to give me
Damn.
my sight and my hearing back, but you were going to remove my genitals?
Yeah.
Your nose
Yeah.
and your sense of touch.
No, I'm not even going to give even a little hint. Actually, I'm going to keep that one to myself.
Can only see out of your butt.
All of your senses are just through your butthole now.
Cool. Great to hear me. The master of story.
It's in the rules. It's in the book.
Rival Hans Christian Andersen himself.
Okay, cool. I think we'll wrap it up there. Thanks to everyone for coming along. Thank you for the raids that we had as well, which was awesome. Feel free to come and join us in our Discord because we chat pretty much every day in there. It's always fun. So come and see us there. Join our Patreon. It's $4 a month. And then if we get, I think, 9 more, we'll have our snack episode. Yeah, 20 fucking snacks. We're going to do it. Just join. Just do it. And we're on YouTube. All of our previous sessions are on YouTube as well. So you can see all of our previous sessions there. They're all really good. They're all super good. I love this team. This team is great. Fun team to DM. But yeah, come say hi in the Discord. We'd love to see you there. And we'll see you guys at the same time next time. And
Bye. Oh, that was so close.
2 times in one episode.
Two in the same episode. Surely there's a 1 orange car.
It's unlimited.
it never runs
I know
out. You
what
can
I'm
just keep
bringing
doing it.
Session 0 next time.
One of my no-go zones.
Yeah.
No orange
Pedophilia,
cars. And they'll be like,
no murder hoboing, no orange car. Those are the big 3.
Joe will find a way to recolor it somehow to green or something. Done. All right. Good night, everyone. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye.
Bye.